Hi, I'm Joy.
Hi, I'm Lorraine.
And this is Girlish Gurus. And Lorraine, why are we here?
We're here to talk about mid-lifestyle topics for women who are 45 and older to help you live your best, healthiest, and most fulfilled life. We're also going to have lots of fun along the way.
Be sure to stick around until the end for fun announcements and goodies you won't want to miss.
So let's get started.
Welcome back to another episode of Girlish Gurus. I'm Joy.
And I'm Lorraine.
Oh, Lorraine, what are we talking about today?
This is a special one for me because I love to travel. It's my number one thing. So we are talking about packing smarter, traveling lighter, and eliminating decision fatigue. And today we have as our special guest, Natalie Shaquer, creator of Packing Sudoku, a structured 3x3 wardrobe framework that helps women pack smarter. Her original video about this has over 4 million views. The method has reached women across the globe, and she helps travelers reduce overwhelm and restore certainty. Welcome, Natalie.
Welcome.
Well, thank you. That was very nice. And thank you, Joy and Lorraine, for having me here. I'm thrilled to be part of the podcast.
I found you on Instagram and I said, I need this lady.
Yes,
I need
absolutely.
This packing method because I have such decision fatigue. Oh my God. I pack, I unpack. I pack, I unpack. It's all over the room. So tell us, how was this Sudoku method born?
I really think exactly the same way. And I'm a big traveler too, like you, Lorraine. And I was and I thought I was a pretty good packer, but I was tired of getting places and having my suitcase there and looking down and thinking, I've got nothing to wear. Or I've got nothing. I've got great black pants and nothing that goes with them. So this was really born out of necessity. I think that previously all of my life, I've been an emotional packer. It's okay, I might need this, I might need that. So everything goes into the suitcase. What this does is it gives a lot of structure to packing, which really changes up the game.
Oh, perfect. So tell us exactly what it is. Of course I know because I've been following you on Instagram, and I do Sudoku puzzles, so I know how to do that. Actually, that's one of my favorite pastimes on the beach while I'm traveling. So why don't you just tell the ladies out there exactly what it is for those who might not understand? Yeah.
Sure. It's a 3x3 grid that looks like a Sudoku puzzle. And basically it's made up of 3 tops, 3 bottoms, and 3 layering pieces. But the really important part about it is every piece goes with every other piece. So when you get those 3 tops, 3 bottoms, 3 layering pieces, you can create up to 27 outfits. You can actually create more, but we can talk about that later. So it's just this incredibly visual tool that you can use when you're packing to completely change how you travel.
So I saw that on one of the posts that you did, you had the layout and you were showing you go this way, you go this way, you go this way, you go this way, you go. I mean, all the different ways. And basically you said to just take one picture, right? And then use that picture.
I think that's the beauty of it. And I really am a packer and a traveler. And so I've done the things where you put the outfits on and you take a picture of every outfit. And to be honest, I never went back to them because they were just all of these photos in my camera reel. This is one photo that you can look at each morning and just very visually and very quickly say, oh, yeah, I feel like those bottoms, that top and that layering piece. It's super easy and fast.
So you're from Australia, but you're in the United States right now. And as a result, you travel back and forth from Australia a fair enough times that you became a good packer, right?
I did. I have traveled. Australians are travelers, so I've traveled all my life. When I was 40, we took 6 months off and traveled around the world in a carry-on, I have to say. So I've always been a light traveler, but this changed everything in terms of that overwhelm of looking down and saying, I've got clothes, but they're not quite right and they don't quite go together. So yes, lots of traveling and packing experiences, but this is the golden ticket for me in terms of packing. I love it.
Okay. So because I'm new to frequent travel myself, Lorraine and I, this is particularly an important topic for us because Lorraine and I are starting our retreats. And this is something that Lorraine has a lot more experience in than I do. I mean, I've traveled internationally before, and I hope to travel a whole lot more internationally in the future. Can you take us through a framework for a 7-day trip and how you would put that together with the Sudoku method?
Oh, I love this question. Yes. The first thing, and I think a lot of people miss this, is to think about the nature of the trip. I think we go straight to, oh, I really want to take that top, or I really want to take that. Think about the nature of the trip, what you'll be doing. Will you be doing a ton of working? Will you be in conference rooms? Will you be out at restaurants each night? So think about the trip first. Next is, and this is a little different as well, plan your shoes. What happens is we plan our
Yes.
clothes and then we end up having to take 12 pairs of shoes to go with all of our clothes. Plan your shoes. And I have a 3 shoe framework that I love, but plan your shoes. Usually three, always actually 3 shoes will be enough. After that, select your bottoms. And with this, you want variety in what you're choosing. So maybe it's a jean, maybe it's a slouchy pant, maybe it's a tailored trouser or a short or a skirt, but 3 different kind of things for your bottoms. So that's 3. The fourth one is then choose 3 layering pieces. And by now your grid is really starting to take shape. You can see the shoes, you can see the color palette that you've chosen in your bottoms, put your layering pieces, and the last is the tops, and then finally accessories. So it's easier than it sounds. It really is. It is a puzzle, though, I have to say, Joy. It really is a puzzle. It's not hard, but it's something to work out.
So, thus the name Sudoku, because it is a puzzle. And as I watched some of your Instagram reels, I loved how you said, okay, so you picked the 3 pairs of shoes. Now, maybe you picked a pair of pants that you like, but they don't match the shoes. So you put it back in your closet and you search for something else. And you just keep doing it that way. Same with the top, same with the
The
layers.
layers.
Thank you. The layers. So if it doesn't work in the grid, it goes back. And I also loved how you framed about the way we think we want to look or appear. I forget what the exact terminology was, like that dream look. You want to feel like you're walking down the streets in Italy with a flowing dress and the whatever, but more than likely you will never wear it. It will take up half your suitcase, right?
That
Yes.
is that is true. Yes, absolutely. I do that to myself all the time. All the
It's a
time.
it's our fantasy version of ourselves, and we've
That's
all
it.
done
That's
it.
what
We've
you use,
all
the
been there. It's like,
fantasy
oh, I
version.
would never wear this at home, but actually, when I'm in Rome, of course I'm going to wear a silk dress. No.
Right.
Mm.
Right. I love that.
So you see a lot of content on social media and on the internet about packing cubes and other like techniques about how to pack for travel, etc. How is this different from that?
Oh, good question. And first of all, I really want to be really candid. There's lots of different ways to pack, and everyone needs to select the way that works for them. I think what differentiates Sudoku packing is a lot of the others are numerical packing. Take 5 tops, take 4 bottoms, take 3 dresses, whatever it is. But you're not really thinking about how they work together. And the real differentiator of this style of packing is that it's everything is working with everything else. And that really is the game changer, because otherwise, and I've done it before, or a packing capsule. Yeah, I need this many tops and this many this, but you're not giving any thought to what's going with what. You're just doing a numerical packing. And this is really organizational packing, and it takes it to a different level.
Mm.
I love it. So, what changed for you personally after you started doing this? Like, was it smaller luggage, faster packing, all of that kind of thing?
Yeah, and I think this goes back to what you were saying earlier. Certainly a lighter suitcase. Definitely less decision fatigue of waking up in the morning. It's like, oh, what am I going to wear today? It's so easy. It's like, look at that photo, and I know exactly what I'm going to wear. So rather than rummaging through the suitcase, I'm out having a cup of coffee on my vacation, not worrying about what I'm wearing. And then to what you spoke to earlier, it's just stopping that backup and what if version. I've done the work. I know this is going to get me there. Um, I'm not going to worry. I'm enough. This is enough. I think as women, we have this huge sense that we're not enough in so many areas of our life. And packing is one of them. And this really gives you that sense of confidence that, yeah, I'm enough. I've got it right.
Yeah, that is
And
the
I,
trick.
yeah, there was a reel that you did about laundry. So I just want to inject that in here now, because women listening might be thinking, "Oh, if I'm only bringing 3 tops, I'm going to need to wash them or whatever." So, and I loved your answer to all of it. It was about the fabrics and everything else. So can you address that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I think that I think that's probably one of the number one questions is about laundry. I have a couple of thoughts on it. And my reel that I think you're talking about, which kind of went crazy, is I think we overwash our clothes. I think that we need to be buying better quality clothes. Yes, if you're wearing polyester tops, you probably are going to need to wash them after a day's wear. But if you're wearing a good 100% cotton or linen or merino wool, those sorts of clothes are built to not be washed, with that level of regularity. I also think with this method, airing out clothes is incredibly important. Not wearing a top back to back, giving it a day to rest, hang it up in the cupboard, let it rest, let it air out. So I think that's kind of the big thing around that. And now look, yes, I've also, if we have to hand wash, we have to hand wash. I think it's a little bit of a lost art. I don't think anything of quickly washing something in the sink. It's super easy. So I think there's a few ways to mitigate that. And then also the vodka spritz. I don't know whether you've heard about that.
Yes, that was like the most fantastic part of it.
So, as I understand it, our sweat actually, in and of itself, doesn't smell, but the bacteria in our sweat smells. This is a lot of information. And so, what the vodka does is it kills the bacteria. So, your clothes, dry up and everything else, and they're good to go.
So, you're spritzing it with vodka.
Well, I've actually heard of that technique from people who are in the theater world.
Yes.
And that's how they clean delicate costumes that can't be submerged in water. They take a bottle of vodka. Absolute, we're always looking for sponsors. I'm just saying. Yes. And they put it in a spray bottle and they spray the costume down, and that's how they keep them, clean, basically.
It's in a lot. I know in ice skating during the Olympics, they were using it. Ballet, opera, all of the theater, all of them use it. It's a kind of a hidden weapon.
Yeah, and you can get vodka anywhere, basically.
Yeah.
You really can.
Yeah. You can use it absolute, or you can use really cheap stuff. It doesn't matter.
That's right. Well,
I think it's a great idea. And I think the faster you do it, the easier the stain comes. I mean, it's all, all the knowledge that has been handed down generation after generation, but these things work. They really
do. Oh, yeah.
Well, this is a lot better than that travel expert that went viral for cleaning her underwear in the coffee maker in the hotel.
No, Lorraine.
Yes.
That was the worst thing I think I have ever seen.
I was so disgusted. Well, she's in big trouble for that one. I think she's being sued by the hotels.
Do you know, I was at a hotel a few nights after that I saw that, and there was a Keurig coffee maker. I couldn't go near it. I'm like, no.
I never use them anyway, but definitely not ever use them.
Never again.
She cleaned her underwear in a Keurig coffee?
Well, in like a Mr. Coffee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I know.
Well, you know what? It's hard to get a good cup of coffee from your hotel room coffee maker anyway. Generally speaking. I'm sorry, but it's true.
We don't need the extra flavor.
Gross. I apologize, all of our listeners. Yes, okay. We got totally off track, but that's okay. So, can you explain how many outfits you can get from one grid?
Yeah, absolutely. Mathematically, you can get 27 outfits. 3 by 3 by 3 is 27. So you can get 27 outfits. That's assuming that you wear every bottom with every top with every layer. Now, oftentimes you will, one of your layering pieces might be a cashmere cardigan. And so you might forgo a top. So that's actually going to be another. It's minimum 27, but it can actually, or if you're a bottom with just a top and no layering pieces, a lot of math going on here, but it's really a lot of outfits. It's a lot of outfits.
Plus, when you add your accessories, then you can even make more outfits, right? Like
Absolutely.
You have a scarf, you can wear it with 2 different tops and whatever.
Absolutely. And shoes, different shoes. You can wear a summer dress with one pair of shoes and a summer dress with a different pair of shoes and look completely different.
Right.
Well, one of my all-time favorite items to take with me when I travel is a jean jacket, a denim jacket. And that becomes sort of like my go-to for, you could put it over a dress, you could put it over jeans. Oh, you kind of look like you got what is it, a Canadian tuxedo, do they call it?
Yes.
Yeah. But still, I don't care. I like cowboys. Wear it with all kinds of things. And so that's like one of my all-time favorite things to take with me. Now, who doesn't love a cashmere cardigan?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But yeah, that kind of stretches things out too. And that's also, I don't pack that. I wear it on the plane.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the heavy thing, right?
And
Yes,
I
that's
just have to
right.
say, people often ask, is your travel outfit included in the grid? And it's not. Your travel outfit sits outside of the grid.
Ah,
But then again, if you're taking a heavy jacket, wear that on the plane. And I think that's pretty standard for it when we travel. And then of your 3 pairs of shoes, wear your heaviest pair of shoes. You don't get an extra pair of shoes for the plane.
Yeah.
oh, oh, rats.
Yeah, no, I had hiking boots with me and I ended up wearing those several times on the plane. It wasn't the best looking
Yeah.
outfit, but I said, but I'm not packing them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
For sure. I always
So,
have to take the tech bag with me. So that's winds up being my carry-on. So
yeah.
I can't really like pack clothing or things that you wear in my tech bag, generally speaking, because I've got cameras and I've got all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I kind of feel cheated because I don't get a little bit of extra space to put that stuff in.
I do have to say that I think there's a lot of focus of this around carry on. I like this for check luggage as well. It's really the system that works, even if you're checking luggage and if you want to take an extra couple of pieces here or there. And if you do, I always recommend people put it on top of one of the squares rather than doing an entirely new grid. Then you'll really get some maximum mix and match.
Yeah. So what is the longest trip you've ever packed like this for?
I just had a 3 week trip, which included Australia, Oregon, California, and Texas. And obviously it was summer in Australia. It was pretty cold in Oregon. And I did take, I think when you have trips that really go across really heavy weather changes, I took an extra summer dress for Australia. And then I took an extra winter vest for the kind of the Oregon stuff. But the rest of that, it fit. And I was away for 3 weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
And did you
Well,
do any laundry?
I did
that
do
was, I was gonna
laundry.
say,
But I was also
That's
in
a
an
long
Airbnb,
trip.
which makes it nice and easy.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Because if you can do some laundry in there in the middle, and I'm not averse to hand washing. I have actually done hand washing many, many, many years ago in Italy
Yeah.
when I turned 40. My best friend, that's giving away my age, but it's the truth. I know it's hard to believe. But my best friend and I went on a trip to Italy, and the way we had our packing powwow, we didn't have any of this technique, or we were just kind of doing the best we could. And so we planned that midway through the trip, we were going to do some hand washing in the hotel. And so that's how we packed and it was just a week, but still, we had to incorporate that hand wash moment,
Yeah.
which was actually me in the bathtub, like I was crushing grapes. So I wasn't really hand washing, I was foot washing everything. Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say they do their hand washing when in the shower. I've never done that myself, but I have heard a lot of backpackers say that that's when they do their hand washing.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never
yeah.
heard that one before. Okay. Well, you kind of addressed this a little bit already, but what about hot climates when your layering pieces disappear from your grid? How does that work?
Yeah, hot climates definitely changes the grid 100%, and it should. It's hot. We're wearing our tops are getting more use and sweatier, and we don't need those heavier layering pieces. We still need one layering piece, which can be anything from a knit sweater to a linen shirt that you can wear over the top of tank tops. And then so it kind of changes. The grid looks the same. The structure of it is inside has changed, but that adaptability stays. It also adds in a couple of dresses because I think in summer that we really lean into our dresses. So the changes a little bit, but the actual underlying principles stay the same.
Okay, so how many bathing suits is too many?
I'm a 2 bathing suit gal, but I would go up to 3 if I needed. I wouldn't take
Okay.
more than 3.
I
Okay.
never pack a bathing suit. I never do.
Not
I
even
never.
if you're going to a beach?
Um, okay, so our family takes a beach trip every year. All right, I do take a bathing suit, but I really don't ever. The only time I've ever traveled with a bathing suit and used it is Lorraine when you and I went to Arizona that time. I'm not a really bathing suit person.
Well, you're bringing one to Sedona when we go. Be
Oh, yes,
prepared.
that's true. Well, of course, that is non-negotiable. I'm absolutely going to be bringing a bathing suit. Yeah.
Yeah. Our ladies are going to love this episode, the ladies that are coming to Sedona with us, because
Yes.
this is going to make their packing a whole lot easier. I know it is.
It's going to make
Especially
mine
Oh,
it's in
easier.
October. It's a beautiful time. Yeah, it'll be
Oh, yeah.
nice. Okay, so what are the non-negotiables for making the system work?
The non-negotiables are you have to choose a color palette. And I think the big thing is it doesn't have to be a neutral color palette. I think that's one of the
Okay.
things we're so used to hearing that around capsule wardrobes. It can be any color palette. It can be, I'm looking at your pink top, it can be pink and navy and white. It can be anything, but you're going to have to stick to somewhat of a color palette. Um, you can't do one off, oh, this is my favorite blouse that goes with one pair of pants and nothing else. That's probably the
Yeah.
biggest non-negotiable. You can't do one statement piece because it would just throw the entire thing off. Everything has to go. The nature of
Yeah.
it is everything has to go with everything else. I think they're probably the biggest. And just you need to, I think lastly, you need to try it out before you leave.
Yeah.
To make sure that your proportions and everything feel right. And the beauty of that is you do it all at home. I mean, have a glass of wine, put all your outfits on, and then you're good to go. And that
Yeah.
decision fatigue that you talked about earlier, has gone.
Can you tell us a little bit about the choice? You said there are three pairs of shoes you should bring.
Hmm.
Yes.
Can you
Yes.
tell us what, like, how do
Shoe
we pick those?
strategy.
Yeah, how do we
Yes.
pick those?
Shoe
Because that's where it
strategy.
all starts, right? With your
Yes.
shoes. Okay.
First one is definitely, and look, this is for the majority of trip. Obviously, there's going to be a couple of trips that are different, but the majority of trips, you need a good walking shoe. And for me, that's usually always just a white leather sneaker, but whatever kind of walking shoe that you like. The second shoe category is weather dependent. So if you're going on a summer trip, it's likely going to be a sandal, and that's a sandal that's going to be specific to wherever you are. And if it's winter, it's going to be a boot, so specific to wherever you are. And then the third shoe is my favorite category, and that's kind of the you shoe. And that's the shoe that makes you feel you. For me, it's a ballet flat. I always joke that when I was younger, it was always a stiletto, but those days are a little bit over.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Gone.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
back in the rearview mirror, those ones. So whichever shoe feels like you, and I love that because the objective of this isn't for everyone to look the same. The objective of this is for individuality and for everyone to be able to feel themselves. So that third you shoe is really important.
Okay, good. Perfect. Yeah. So I have never started with the shoes ever. So this is going to be a whole new experience, and I feel like it's going to be a whole lot easier.
It
Well,
really is.
Yeah.
I'm definitely guilty of the one off, and I am also guilty of the single use shoe.
Yes.
Like you can
Yeah.
only use that shoe for that one outfit, you
Yes.
Yes.
know? Yeah, oh yeah, for
Oh, we
sure.
did that in Vegas. We each brought so many things because we thought we were wearing all these different outfits
Oh,
to go here, to go there, to whatever. And yeah, it was a lot. We had a lot of
gosh.
luggage.
It was all well, yes, but we also brought, cameras and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
so, because that's also an issue for me always, and we're not talking about that in this episode, but it's always an issue. You should have seen me trying to get my bag with my gimbal in it through the
If
through
only I knew what a gimbal was.
right.
Yeah, what
Well,
is a
I will tell
gimbal?
you, a gimbal is a device. It's a stabilizing device you mount a camera on. So here I am with
Okay.
my vlogging camera, and because the video tends to be a little shaky, you put it on a gimbal, and that stabilizes it. Because that's my job here at Girlish Gurus.
Yeah.
Lorraine is the color commentator, and I am the tech nerd. So everybody goes to bed, and I go up and sit in my room, and there I am at 1 o'clock in the morning editing whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You
I
need a
I feel you.
Sudoku. Yeah, she needs a Sudoku tech packing strategy because,
Yes.
yeah.
what we need are minions who can carry those bags for us.
Yeah.
But we
For
did
sure.
take massive luggage to Las Vegas. Oh yeah,
And tell me, did you wear it all?
no, not all of it. A lot of it. So I'm also guilty of wanting choice. I think to myself, I'm going on vacation. I want to have some choice. I want to be able to look at things and say, I want to wear this kind of cute thing today, or I want to wear that kind of cute thing today. And also in my mind is my mother saying to me, make sure you pack for different temperature than what if it
Oh, I thought you were going to
rains?
say make sure you pack clean underwear.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
me too.
8 pairs of underwear for a 3-day trip. That's
Yeah.
right. Clean underwear. Put your clean underwear on. Yes, especially if you're getting in the car and driving down the road. Okay. So you could be in an accident. You got to make sure you have clean underwear on. So for me, I'm very, very guilty of thinking to myself, and I wind up with an extra heavy suitcase. Now, I have a couple of different kinds of suitcases, and one of them is a giant black suitcase that I call Darth Vader. And that suitcase, I mean, you could stuff a body in there. And we were going to Vegas, and there I've got Darth Vader, and he's just packed to the gills. Now, again, there were mic stands and stuff in the suitcase, which is kind of funny too, because it's also funny. You can only check a bag when you're taking that kind of stuff. So for me, the whole idea of planning ahead and packing in such a way that you can pack a smaller bag, take fewer clothes, and have more outfit options is just like,
Yeah. So
how does
you'll
that?
still have a lot of choices. Just you'll have 27 choices.
And I actually, and I think that's why I commented. I like this even if you are checking. I really do. Even if you expand it, but you expand it within the capsule, if that makes sense. If you think of the grid and then you're like, okay, I want three tops. Once you put them in the grid, you're still going to have the choice, but you're going to know that those three tops are still going to work with everything else so that you don't arrive and go, oh, this top seemed like a great idea, but I've actually got really nothing that I like wearing it with. So that's the beauty of it. It can really expand and contract for people like you that want to have options, right? It's just more if you want to pack in a carry-on, you need to be tighter. But using this in a checked luggage works really well as well.
Yeah.
And that is also another issue because I tend to, and Lorraine, you do this too. We tend to get somewhere and we shop.
Yes.
Yes. You need room.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I slightly recall some lovely lady coming back from Italy with, I don't know, 100 little Italian leather
I
bags.
think I had to buy a little carry-on to bring some of this stuff home from Italy. Yes.
There is no better use case than the reason that we need to go shopping once we get
Right.
there to use
Right.
Sudoku.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
it's not like we're traveling to Mars. We're
Yes.
traveling to these civilizations where you can go to Italy and you can partake in some of their fine leather goods, and etc. Okay, so this does bring me to my next question, and that is, where does this system struggle? What are the points of this system where you see, oh, it could be tightened up a little?
Yeah, and look, one of them is I know yours is equipment based, but a technical type of trip, even if it's something around, a technical hiking or something like that, where you need specialized equipment that isn't going to fit nice and
Mm,
neatly into a packing cube. I think the other one that can be really tough is if you're going somewhere that's like you've got multiple formal events that are a little bit more standalone. That can be that you can do it underneath with your regular clothes and then layer in your dresses, but it can be trickier with that if you're going, to Rome for a wedding and you've got,
Right. Destination.
multiple formal events.
that actually did happen to me. My nephew got married in Ireland, and we had to figure out how to pack our wedding clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I
Hmm.
think that. And then the other one is for the person that wants to wear the statement clothes and something different every single day.
Right. Yeah, we have written here the personality types that resist structure.
It's me. You're talking about me.
Hey Lorraine, don't forget, it's time for us to schedule our Lifeline screening appointments. They're 5 simple tests to help us keep on top of our heart and bone health, which is important for women over 45.
Yes, Lifeline Screening has been the premier provider of preventative health screening for over 30 years. In that time, over 10 million people have had screenings to detect their risk of stroke, cardiovascular disease, and other chronic illnesses. Lifeline Screening can provide meaningful benefits for your body and mind, and that's why they're committed to delivering accurate results and recommendations that could give you a healthier advantage in your everyday life, such as early detection of serious conditions, prevention of disease progression, peace of mind so you can enjoy life, savings with more affordable screenings, and no insurance required.
Yep, and don't forget, by using the link in the show notes of this episode, you get a special offer available to Girlish Gurus listeners, so make sure and schedule your appointment.
Get peace of mind now. Here's to your good health. So Natalie, why do you think that this went viral? 4 million views. That is like
That's
amazing.
amazing.
That's
It's
amazing.
no, it's crazy. I think it hit a nerve. I think that we as women, obviously, travel's becoming more and more popular. Luggage restrictions are getting tighter and tighter. So there was that kind of underlying thing that was going on. Everybody's looking for a good packing hack. But I think once you look at it and realize the simplicity of it, And that once you get there, that decision fatigue, those feelings of, am I enough? Like, is this enough? Do I have enough? Losing that, and that's a lot of the comments that I've got. I've got more comments around, wow, I felt so different when I was traveling than, well, my suitcase was really light. I had a woman that came back from India and she said, I was so worried. I was worried I didn't have my just in case outfits. And she goes, and it was just so wonderful to just know that I had enough, that I was good. So I really think I think it's a more of a cultural thing, and this is women, by the way, all around the world. It's crazy the comments that I'm getting, but everyone's going, yeah, okay, I can do this. I can go on my vacation. I think one of the things that I like to say, sorry, and this is a bit of a tangent. One of the questions that I get, well, but I want other clothes, and the example that I like to tell people is, if you're going to Italy, you don't sit and bemoan the entire time that you're not in France. And I think the exact same thing around your grid. You've chosen your grid, enjoy your grid. You can go on the next trip and choose a completely different grid. This doesn't mean that it's your clothes that you're going to reuse for the rest of your life. It means that this is your trip, this is your grid for this trip. And that feels really really enlightening and nice.
Ooh,
Yeah, I think that it
that's good.
reduces mental load, and especially for menopausal women,
Yes.
between brain fog, forgetting things, just having a limited option, but still enough of an option that you can change up your look, but not have this, oh my gosh, what am I going to wear? What am I going to pack? Because, like I said, I can't tell you how many times I have packed, especially when I had to take it just to carry on, but pack and unpack and this pile and that pile and this doesn't go with this, and trying to fit the. I mean, literally, I think I did bring one time 5 pairs of shoes with me
Yeah.
in just 2 carry-ons, and couldn't fit another thing. I'm like, oh well, I can't even bring my ring light, like for doing content or whatever, because the shoes are taking up the room.
Do you know, and I really do, toot my own horn. I think I'm a pretty good packer. My daughter and I went down to New York, for Christmas shopping. First night we're there, we're going out for dinner, and I'm like, I don't really know what I'm going to wear. And I had all of these clothes that I brought, and it was like, no, nothing's really working together. So I think the combination of, you've tested it all at home, everything goes together. And in terms of, if I may, in terms of the tops, I really recommend taking a variety. So it's like a lighter top, a midway, and then a dressier top, if you're going to have dinners on the schedule. So then you're like, your mind goes exactly back to that decision fatigue. Your mind goes, yeah, check, I've got something to wear. I know exactly that top goes with those 3 different bottoms, and I'm good. Versus that, and my mind's racing because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to wear. And that's freeing as a woman. That's freeing.
Yeah. And even like you said, like even if you're bringing a dressy top, you do what Joy does. You can wear it with jeans and a jean jacket.
Yes.
Or yeah, so it's still, and so it becomes semi-casual, but you still get to use it for a dress up.
100%. And that goes back
Yeah.
to what you were saying earlier, Lorraine, about accessories. You can wear one top with and a set of accessories and another one. And it's a completely different set of accessories. I think about cruises because everyone's often asking about cruises. You can wear a day top at night if you accessorize it correctly, easily.
Yeah. And then you throw a layer on and it's a whole different look. Yeah.
So scarves.
Yes.
I love some scarves, and you can usually fit them in a very small space. And that is a way to kind of dress things up. You can use it like when you're cold or whatever. There's a lot of uses for that. So accessories are very important. And I always try to pack, a variety of accessories, which I probably shouldn't, but I do.
I've never met a scarf I don't like, and I agree. And it completely changes the look of the outfit. Completely changes. So all of a sudden, back to those 27 outfits, all of a sudden you're quadrupling it again with scarves and things like that. 100%.
Yeah.
So you said something a minute ago that stuck with me, and I think it's important to explore it a little bit. And that is bemoaning the clothes that you did not bring with you. And to me, what you're saying there is bloom where you're planted, be in the moment, and don't focus on, well, I should have brought this or I should have brought that. The goal is to enjoy your trip.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, if you are sitting there saying, well, I brought the wrong shoes or whatever, you're going to miss out on an opportunity to shop where you're at.
And that's exactly right. When you're just getting up and getting dressed because you know your outfits work, you're off enjoying your trip. You're not sitting thinking about your clothes. And that's really what traveling's about. It's not worrying about your clothes. This all
Right.
gets front-ended. You go and you can just relax. It's freeing. It really is.
But the whole idea of packing, there's an emotional side to that too. And so I think you touched on that a little bit already, your fantasy self. And to me, that's part of vacation. First of all, whenever I'm traveling, for example, when Lorraine and I are going on a trip where we're going to be working, I am super stressed ahead of time. I'm worried about, okay, what do I need to take? I need to make sure I've got the right clothes because Lorraine always looks great.
Oh,
Sometimes I can wind up looking kind of like a lizard, you
oh,
know?
stop.
Yes, it's the truth. I
I'm
have
not
not packed
exactly sure what a
correctly.
lizard looks like, but I'll take you.
She shows up and
I
she's
think they're naked, so I don't
oh no, 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 no! Now I'm gonna have PTSD about dreaming naked when I'm naked before trips. But Lorraine always looks nice. She's always got a plan. She's always got. It's funny too because now that we've been traveling for a while, I've seen some things repeat, and I get it now. Oh, I get it. She's kind of doing not exactly the same thing as Travel Sudoku, but she's kind of doing a
but I'm going to.
well, yeah, but you have been doing a modified version of that because now I've started seeing like, oh, I've seen that before. This is a travel top, and because I also see you in your regular year at home clothes. So, but for me, I'm getting off track a little bit, but for me, there is a whole huge emotional side to packing and preparing to travel. And I think that's something that we as women, we, first of all, particularly if we're taking other people with us,
Yes.
there's that emotional load of making sure they've got everything they need and they've, packed correctly. My husband was in the military for 20 plus years, and I still will question him. What are you taking? Are you thinking about this? Are you thinking about that? And he's a pilot. He's traveled all over the world, and he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? I know what I'm bringing, and I don't need you to." But I feel the need to make sure. So there's an emotional load to that, and I think that's something that we as women we worry about ourselves, we worry about other people, and that spills over into our packing.
I
Yeah.
completely agree. Completely. And I think that that's honestly one of the benefits of it. Everyone should pack how they will, but this mitigates it. You do the work early, and then it's gone.
It
You worry about
reduces
other things while
anxiety.
you're traveling,
Yeah.
certainly, but the clothing side of it, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's just like a superpower,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Honestly, and as I said, I've done lots of packing. When you see it in front of you, you're like, oh my gosh, this really works. And I think, back to your earlier question, I think that's why it went so viral, because it really works. It
Yeah.
genuinely works. It's like,
And also, I had never seen anything like it before. You see the capsule packing, you see, the cubes and everything. I had never seen this idea out there ever. So
yeah,
it's just such a unique and easy way to reduce stress. And yeah, it was just, I'm like, okay. And right away, I messaged you right away and said, do you want to be on the podcast? As I said, there's so many women that could use this.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's also the just in case. And I think that goes back to the emotional load that you were talking about, Joy. We have all of these things in our head of what about that and what about that and what about that. And the reality is we're usually going to reasonably civilized places, and if something happens we can go and get what we need. This is enough. It goes back to that enough word, which I think is such a big part of this. We don't need the just in cases. This tells your mind, okay, relax, we got everything, we've
Right.
planned the trip, we know what we're doing, we've got everything covered, and if we don't, we'll just go and get it over there. We don't need to take
Right.
a zillion just in case pieces.
No, it's a good excuse to
Yeah.
shop.
Yeah, exactly. And I have actually found that's kind of happened to me before where I've been traveling and particularly maybe not long distances, but where I've gone for like CLEs so in my lawyer life, you have to go and attend seminars to keep your license current. And I would be out somewhere and there would be an event that I didn't realize was going on. And I've wound up, hey, I don't have something to wear to attend that event. And you know what? Inevitably, I have always just hopped in my car, drove wherever, found a little place where I could pick up a couple of cute things. And I wind up finding something that's not only perfect, but
Yes.
I keep it and I've worn it for years since. So it kind of
And
works out that way.
And you know what? And you can't plan that. You can take 25 just in case that don't actually meet the moment versus taking none. And if you actually do get that moment, you go by the one that meets the moment. And that's the big change on this, right? We never know what's the unexpected thing's going to
Yeah.
be. We know we've got the stuff that we need. And if that unexpected thing comes, we'll go and buy it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
to your point, bring it into our wardrobe, which is
Right.
lovely.
And that's happened to me multiple times. Oh yeah, where I've been like, uh-oh, I got to get something, and I go out and that's happened a lot. And I think that's part of just being in the moment. I'm not that I don't try to pack appropriately, but just being in the moment and feeling like, okay, I'm going to be okay no matter what. I'm going to be okay.
You're
Yeah.
going to be enough. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And for so many women, and I know personally for myself, for friends of mine, packing the just in cases sometimes outweighed what I actually wore.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
so,
All the time.
like,
All the time.
unbelievably, I come home and I'm like, I don't even need to wash any of this
Yeah.
because none of it was worn. It's like, what was I thinking? And lugging that around everywhere.
Oh my God.
So this will
The
make
heavy,
it so
the heavy
much
suit.
easier.
Oh, Lorraine, you and I have been in airports where I've been like, I got to carry,
Sweating.
right. One of the things we say is, all right, here we are doing these retreats, and we are all women who are 45 and older, right? And
Oh, I'm in the wrong group.
Oh no.
no, I'm talking about the people who are coming on the retreats. So
45 to 75.
right. So all these women who are coming, one of the things that we try to tell them is you need to be able to manage your own luggage, right? And so that's something. Lorraine and I have been in airports, and I've said to her before, we got to have a minion or something. I got to drag this bag all over, and I have packed like I'm moving to Siberia for 6 years. You know, and it's so much so that when I come back, I'm a little stronger. Yes, and I've lost a little weight, and so the clothes I take, they're a little baggy.
And you know what? Back to the summer traveling. Summer's actually one of the worst cases for that because everything's so small. You're like, oh,
I fit it.
that'll go in. Oh, that'll go in. All of a sudden, you're looking like, why have so much luggage for a summer trip? Summer really is one of the worst ones for that. You'd think it would be winter, but winter we're like, oh no, that's quite big. I probably can't take that. Summer, everything goes in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to do the quick rapid fire.
Okay.
Okay. So Natalie, you may have addressed this a little bit, but we're just going to ask it quick. Okay. Carry on or checked bag?
Carry on.
Most of the time, right?
Yes.
It's just, you don't have to worry about it getting lost.
Yes.
And with your method, you don't need a checked bag, even if it'll work for a checked bag. Your favorite travel destination?
Ooh, that I've been to or that I want to go to?
Do both.
That I've been to, I think Morocco. Morocco was really, really special. That I want to go to, definitely Norway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to see the Northern Lights?
Yeah.
And all of
Yeah.
that?
Oh, I would love to see that. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Your must pack item. One item.
Oh, it's pretty boring. I would say a black pant. I'm such a black pant girl. Summer, winter, fall, spring.
It's funny. I was going to say hormone cream.
What? You were going to say what?
Hormone cream.
I take tablets for that. Yeah, a black pant.
Black pant. Good. And a travel mistake everyone makes.
I would say overpacking toiletries.
Because again, you can get what you need, right?
Get what you need, and also much like you're not taking your entire wardrobe to Paris, you're not taking your entire hair, skin, and body routine.
I know. Isn't it just like that? I remember being in my 20s and packing a toothbrush to now packing, right? Like the foams, the conditioners, the skin cream, the wrinkle cream, the body cream, the sunscreen.
It's like choose the things that are absolute necessities, and then the rest of it you can live without them for a little bit. I promise. And that's why people's toiletries are always like, but my toiletries, and I'm like, yeah, but you probably don't need to take your entire routine to Paris. You'll survive. You'll survive. You still want I'm not going to tell anyone not to travel with face cream. I live and die by face cream and vitamin C serum. But some of the things that I use, I can I can set them aside for a bit.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, and now Joy has some questions that we like to finish our episodes with for you.
Oh, now we come to my favorite part. And this is something that we kind of developed over time. And for us, we have such wonderful guests on our podcast. We're so lucky. I don't even know. Lorraine comes to me. She said, "Hey, this travel lady, she's amazing with the packing." And for me, it's not just the topic that we're discussing, like the travel packing technique. To me, it's also this beautiful person who has all of this wonderful life experience. And so we have these questions that we ask just so we can have our guests share some of your life philosophy with our audience. And that to me is sort of like the icing on the cake for the episode. So we ask a series of questions, and the first one is, if your 80-year-old self could whisper something to you right now, what would she say?
First of all, I feel like I'm on Inside the Actors Studio and I'm waiting for my favorite curse word.
Well, you can you
Let it
can give us
fly.
your favorite curse word if you want.
The 80-year-old version of myself would 100% say, makes me a bit emotional. I think don't wait to start. I think just do it, just start. I think that for me personally, I had a proclivity towards thinking that was something that somebody else did, and that wasn't something that I did in any area of life. And even just with this social media now, I just jumped into it. I was like, all right, and I'm just so glad I did. So just start, just do it. If something takes your interest, just start. You can do it just as much as the other person over there is doing it. You can. It's all right for you to do it as well.
Oh, I love it. That's kind of the basis of Girlish Gurus.
Yeah,
It's
for
like
sure.
inspiring women to just start, just do it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you've been putting off, whatever your dreams may be, now is the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Perfect.
And you are uniquely you.
Yes.
And what you're sharing, no one else can share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. So good. All right. Number 2, what's your midlife superpower, the thing you never realized you'd be good at it?
Apparently
Packing.
packing.
That's pretty good.
It actually I love travel. I'm a huge traveler. I love clothes. I used to be an event coordinator. I'm super organized. So it's almost like just this confluence of all of these skills that I had just zipped together. And it's just, I don't know. I think that's the superpower.
Perfect.
I can add another thing to that. You are actually quite the podcaster.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you get the feel after having done so many episodes, you get the feel of who is really coming across. All our guests are wonderful. We're so lucky. But yeah, you have a special skill for that. So yes.
I have a funny story, but I can keep it to the end because you might not want it in. But yes, thank you.
No, that's fine. Okay. All right. So number 3, and this is the final one. What's something you've stopped apologizing for?
Oh, apologizing. I don't apologize. I mean, I used to apologize for everything, even, things that weren't my fault, things that were my fault. Specifically, doing what I want.
Yeah.
I don't really feel the need for other people's approval. I don't feel the need for people's the word that's coming to my mind is not the right one. It's adoration, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't need positive feedback. I'm just doing it for myself.
You don't need validation.
Yeah. Validation. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I just don't. I'm not interested. If somebody, if it resonates with somebody, I don't mean that rudely, but I just, even with friends, you want people's opinions and their feedback, and I value feedback, but I'm not looking for the validation from it at all.
I feel the same.
This because I think it's fun.
Yeah. I feel the same. Yeah. I feel the same. I feel the same when I started with my personal finance content many, many moons ago. I feel the same. I'm not looking for what we do because it fulfills us in a way that nothing else really ever has.
Oh, 100%. You know, when I started I started over on TikTok. I was walking the Cotswolds Way and I was doing it solo, which is a
Wow.
whole nother thing is solo travel. But I had never had a TikTok before and I started doing it because I had time after you walk to do something and I like being creative. And honestly, it didn't worry me if one person looked at it or liked it. I love doing it for me. I'm like, this is a me thing. And I think that was really that it was that just do it and the no validation needed going together is really life changing.
Yeah. It's like at this point in our lives, and here comes your curse word. We don't give two F's
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
It's
That
true.
is
It's
true.
true. It comes a point in time where it's just, who cares? This is what I'm doing. This is what I feel good doing.
Oh,
Mhm.
it's so liberating. It's
And you know
lovely.
what?
It's a lovely
We're
way to live.
delightful, damn it.
Pardon?
That's right. We're delightful, damn it. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
That's
this
right.
has been super fun.
Okay, but
Okay,
before
wait.
you go, okay, we
No,
need
I'm
to
not
hear
going
the,
anywhere.
Yeah,
okay,
we want to hear your story. That's what
yeah,
we're getting at.
we want that story.
Yeah.
So this has been an incredible experience. Incredible. Tuesday at 5 o'clock, I got a text from ABC saying that they wanted to have me on the morning show, 5 p.m. Could they talk to me that night? And I jumped in the shower and put some makeup on because I thought I was just having a conversation to talk about what was going to happen. At 6:15, I opened the thing just like this and they said, okay, we're recording. And I was like, oh my God, okay. It was really great and everything, but this has just been so warm and welcoming. They weren't as well, but this has just felt very different, and I'm very appreciative. The 2 days
Oh,
after that, I got to do something that feels very, very special.
oh, that is so awesome. Did it air
See, I knew
already?
it.
It
I
aired this
told you.
morning,
I
yeah.
knew it. Yes. Uh-huh. I knew it. Okay. I'm sorry. I talked over you. Say that again.
Oh no, I asked, did it air already? And
Yes,
did you say today?
it aired this morning, yeah.
This morning? Oh
Yes,
wow! Oh
yes,
wow!
it was crazy.
Woo!
But
Maybe we
talk
need to
about
find that and add it to the YouTube video.
Oh,
they
Lorraine.
move fast on morning TV. Let me tell you, I was like,
Oh, yeah.
it's a bit deer in the headlights. So thank you for giving me that feedback because I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh,
How
I knew it. I
awesome!
told you. Yes. Uh-huh.
How
See?
awesome!
Ooh, maybe travel correspondent in the future. Hmm. Fantastic. Well, I think this has been a wonderful episode. So much good information.
Yes, and we need to have Natalie give us where everyone can reach her. Do you have a website, or I know Instagram and
Well,
TikTok?
Instagram and TikTok.
okay, so we'll put those handles in
Okay.
our show notes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
actually,
because
and
I
this is also on the fly. I also just started I like long form content more than the short videos. So I started a Substack. So I can give you that too.
oh yeah,
Yes,
okay, definitely. Everything will
absolutely.
be in the show notes. And
Yeah,
I know for Instagram, you're at the natalieway.travel.
that's right.
Okay,
Yes. Yes.
perfect, perfect. Do you have a download or anything for anyone as far as what the method is, or?
Oh, thank you. That's there you can see I'm very on the fly. Yes, I've had so many questions that I am in the process of creating a spring summer guide. Um, right now it's at 60 pages and it's still growing. So it's a lot of information, a lot of kind of background, some of the psychology around it, and then 10 different spring summer grids for, a wide variety of trips. So yes, that's going to. I'm hoping to have that out March 20th. But thanks for asking that.
Okay,
Yes,
so then we'll have a link to
Wonderful.
that when this airs.
yes,
So, okay, perfect. So then
yes.
you can
Thank
Yes.
get,
you.
okay. So, ladies out there, you will have to follow Natalie because you cannot live without this, this
Mhm.
packing
You can't travel
Sudoku.
without it.
And
Yeah.
because life in midlife is meant to be magical and a lot easier to pack for.
Touche. That's a very good point. And thank you so much, everyone, for supporting us and for listening. And please make sure you check out the extended version of this episode on our YouTube channel. And there's a lot more exciting stuff coming. Please reach out to us, leave us a comment, let us know what you would like to talk about on our podcast episodes. Again, thank you all so much for supporting us and listening. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
You all know we love sharing things that actually support women in this incredible stage of life. And we recently had Atessa Bradley, the founder of Standing Tall Foods, on the podcast. And we love what she and the brand stands for. Plus, we have tried the product and can vouch for the fact that it is delicious.
Right. And Standing Tall makes seasoned roasted soybeans crafted specifically for women in midlife. There are 3 delicious flavors: sea salt, chili lime, and salt and pepper. Each dry roasted to crunchy perfection. Unlike others, Standing Tall soybeans are premium, non-GMO, and sourced in North America only. And guess what? The nutrition is no joke. Each serving has 12 grams of high-quality protein, 2 grams of fiber, no sugar, and no cholesterol. Soy actually has twice the protein and half the fat of almonds.
We love that. But what we love most is the mission. Standing Tall exists to lift women up in midlife because we deserve real solutions, real nutrition, and real support.
Soy consumption is clinically linked to bone and muscle strength, heart health, fewer hot flashes, and improved skin elasticity. Soy is incredibly good for us. Standing Tall wants to make it easy for us to take charge of our health so we can live long, vibrant, and strong lives. If you want to try it, use our exclusive code, Girlish Gurus Get 15 for 15% off your first order.
We think you're going to love it.
For sure. Thanks for listening to this episode of Girlish Gurus. We hope you'll join us next time for more fun and inspiration. Be sure to check the description of this episode for links and information about the topic, and you can find us on our social media platforms starting with Instagram, Facebook, and now including YouTube. You can find us by searching Girlish Gurus, and you can also check out our website, girlishgurus.com, for more information on us, our projects, books, and our growing community.
And don't forget to download this episode, give it a good review, and share it with your girlfriends. We would also love to hear from you in the comments because the more interaction we get, the more episodes we can post. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.